Hello everyone, welcome back to another broadcast of the EPGL. Welcome to Andre, my co-host again today. How
Hi.
are you today?
Well, I'm fine. Today is a little less sun for me, so it will be easier to broadcast overall.
Why, you were
Uh,
glowing yesterday.
yeah. For some reason, it's hard to sit on the sun. I don't know. I prefer very just. I prefer to work from the shadow.
Working from the
Uh,
shadows. Welcome, hello to everyone in the chat also. Today our game is Ilya against Andre.
no, it's Tanguy.
Sorry, Ilya against Tanguy. Um, yeah, and they have just started playing. I think both of them just have one game previously, right?
No, it's like Ilya beat me. Like he has one game, one victory, and Tanguy has 2 games, 0 victories. So
Oh, Tanguy already played two games. He played you and he played Artem.
yeah, and he had an interesting match with me. You can, by the way, check it in our YouTube video under the stream. There is a link, and you can check the games there. And yeah, but so far he won only 1 game out of 5 in
Okay.
general, and he didn't beat like win a match. But last time, in previous season, it was 1-1 between them. I remember, and maybe this time we also will see some great match. Maybe Tanguy will try to get his first victory.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I already see in the chat some "Let's go Ilya." I think
Yeah,
I'm cheering for Tanguy though.
yeah, me too. I mean, I'm usually cheering for underdog, and here is clearly underdog is Tanguy. So yeah, I would also cheer for Tanguy.
But it's like you said, right? In the first season, he managed to get a tie with Ilya, and I think we both lost our games against Ilya, right? We lost the matches. I mean.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So
So
he can punt, he can throw a tricky punch sometimes. Let's see if this is
yeah,
one of those games. He also had a good game last week, was it right?
yeah, against me. He played really well, but well, it was 1-1, and in the last game he was leading a lot, but I managed to come back somehow. But yeah, he's a dangerous opponent. You don't need to underestimate him. So we will see. Last season, I feel like Ilya won the first game like really easy, and in the second one he a bit underestimated Tanguy, and Tanguy just he played really well, and he just beat Ilya without like he was leading until end game like maybe 10 points. Maybe he donated something and he went like by 2 points in the end, but it was still looked really confident victory. But I'm not sure if he was so confident if you donate almost 10 points in the end. But yeah, anyway, he won.
Yeah, and he's playing from the French Go camp, French summer Go camp, where he's a teacher right now. So I think maybe we have also some more home crowd here cheering for him. So we'll see. We'll see how this game goes. I see a pretty complicated opening starting to form. Maybe you can tell
Yeah,
us a little bit about it. There's a
let's
question
try.
in the chat. Um, what do you think about it, Nuki, on the C15 stone?
C15 stone. Wait, it's first of all, it's already answering here. Okay, let's consider, but I feel like I would take another corner here.
When you
Just
say here, wait, am I using the wrong board maybe?
maybe.
Because
Maybe
I can't see.
like there is a stone A. I don't know. Because I didn't do anything for few first few minutes. Maybe I will give you a link again. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, it's good now. It's good.
Good. Okay. So basically, first of all, I would just take the corner, for example, at Hoshi, and force white to have 5 3 stone. I don't like it that much. I mean, yesterday There was a game where Artem tried 5-3 and it was not really a good experience. So yeah, but answering is normal. It's probably just difference in taste. So what do you feel? This one Tenuki. This Tenuki in general is a common tactic because if white will try to get the sickness, black also can push from the top and make this kind of sickness that white will build, or like this kind of shape, just destroy all potential with two, can push from upstairs, and this way it's kind of neutralize all the potential that white can get. So I think that's why the tactic for Tenuki is like, usually it's normal tactic. Sometimes you just exchange this and just play elsewhere. In fact, even if you add a move, here at 3, it's still a lot of agent. It still can be some tricky core or some annoying, like there is still a bunch of annoying stuff. I mean, maybe some moves around A or B can be sent later just to make life in the corner.
Yeah, and in general, opening theory states that making a Shimari, like the biggest is usually approaching, and the second, like after that, enclosing is they're kind of tied for first. But I mean that for black, he can consider that that exchange he made stops white from being able to make a Shimari corner enclosure directly, and then black goes ahead and takes his own corner enclosure. So it's really quite natural to play Tenuki there, even several times.
You can count the moves also if you just, for example, here, let's say white will add a move, and in general it will be 1, 2, 3, 4 moves, and black has 1. So it's kind of same shape as black has on the bottom, but let's say it's same as this one. And I'm not sure which shape I would prefer. Maybe I would always take black shape than this white shape, because feel like it has more potential and shape may be stronger. But well, it depends on position in general, but it's kind of similar because there is 4 white stones, 1 black. Here is 3 black, so it's kind of similar. So you can in Tenuki if you want in this kind of position. Okay. Just a big move. Why not? This answer is also I saw a lot of times. It's kind of natural to this is approach. If you don't know how to approach this Shimari, like this one is kind of natural approach at A. There's also possibility to play at B. Usually it's 2 approaches, kind of probe moves to see what you can get. Also, you can just
Yeah,
like,
those two moves are brand new AI inventions, is that right? Especially
yeah.
A. Like you see now, you see it in every time you have this big Shimari, you're immediately thinking about this move at A. But before AI, this is a move which didn't exist at all. Like
I think even B was not existed at that point before AI. There's like no one thought about this.
yeah, right. You would. There was something kind of similar because people were attaching inside at Sansan,
Yeah.
but
Like
the attach at A.
something like here, I'm not sure what was the idea, but usually it was like starting from this move and then maybe some attach outside if you want to play, or just starting with attached in Sansan immediately was more natural. But A and B is something used just come up only with the computer.
Okay. Um, there are a lot of variations which can follow up after the attach at A, but in the game, I think they chose something rather simple.
Yeah, basically, there is 2 variations. Like white can just play like this and play, for example, here to give up right side. But right side is huge right now, so you don't really want to do this. I mean, if black will enclose right side like this, I feel like white is not happy about this. It's like someone is building huge territory on 5th line. It's not the like it's not a white, it shouldn't be a white plant. So white just play another option, which leads to like sacrificing this stone and force black to make this kind of exchange. In fact, I think black still could play this way to take the stone this way, and like anyway, I don't see why black should exchange this one, like 1 for 2. In this kind of Fuseki, I feel you can anyway you can play here and play this one, and now this pushes looks a bit better because white has some center moves around A and B. But overall in this position, I think it's not really that important because black has really nice shape on the top.
And the right side.
Yeah, and right side. Like, I mean, if white probably have to answer, and now even black can just add a move. Because
Yeah, that thing is huge.
yeah, so I mean, it's not a big difference if you will add the move at 11. It's not a big difference between 1 and 3. So I feel like, yeah, 1 and like black should play this way. Also, I had a similar game, so I reviewed this position with kind of similar shape with AI. And I think it thinks that the push at 4, like here at A that I show, it's a minus for white in this kind of positions. So you need to play in this kind of, you need to make this exchange 1 for 2. Yeah, like this.
And then play a 3-space jump?
Yeah, and play 3-space jump. This is usually what AI says in this position. Just don't push and don't build this right side immediately for black. Okay.
Yeah, and
So, yeah.
here I feel like white is issuing a bit of a challenge with this pincer because usually you want to make a bit of a narrower extension so that black can't
This one?
counterattack. This one, or maybe high.
High?
Well,
this high doesn't look so good. It's like 2 feels like a vital point.
how about J4?
J4. This
Yeah,
one.
that's my feeling.
Maybe it's okay.
But anyway, when you go as Ilya did in the game with the furthest pincer, then black feels like, oh, I have to counter invade then.
Maybe, but also answering is also okay. I feel this shape is. I mean, I feel like even if you play something else, it's still fine. What else you can play here? For example, this one.
For black, I don't know. I would probably also play
Sansan.
as Ilya did, jump and then enter the side.
How about this one? I don't know. Yeah, jump is also fine. I mean, jump cannot be bad. I was thinking also about jump and invasion. It looks also natural. But I'm trying to invent something new always. Don't know if it's a good tactic. But yeah, I think this one should be also okay. I don't see a next move for white. I mean, maybe this. It feels that white is... maybe it's okay for white also. Don't know. Something like this.
Yeah, I think white is pretty happy if he can get
2 and 4.
A strong shape with his with the 4 stones he has in the bottom right.
But in general, it's light stones also, so it's kind of okay to give up them in worst case.
I see.
Okay, let's see what was in the game. Yeah, this one. Huh. This one I didn't expect. I would play here. I mean, I would play here, and I'm not sure if it's a good move, but I didn't expect this.
I feel like Ilya's move here is aiming at N4. So in that sense, I do think it's really tight shape-wise. I like it.
I also like it. Also, if you play here, for example, this was this one that I showed first. After this jump, there might be some problem after 4. Overall, stone at 1 will not die, but white will connect 2 groups, and this I don't like. As as for black, I don't like this. So maybe one was not really a good choice. And feels like, yeah, Ilya just found the vital point. And
Yeah,
after
this move
this
feels
is,
very nimble. Like, because white doesn't really want to connect under and he doesn't really want to run. It's also now, as you mentioned, it's harder for white to counterattack by jumping out himself and trying to attack the black stone. Because it's on the fourth line, it's harder to attack.
yeah. And also it's hard to find the plan what to do for white. For example, you cannot really take the cache on the left because after this, it's already looking a bit scary. Like,
I was already
feels
a
like
bit scared before.
yeah, but now it looks, you know, when you are playing, you think, cannot be worse, cannot be worse. And after two, you feel like, oh, it's becoming worse. Like, I had this feeling a lot of times, like, oh, this result is so bad. But if I Tenuki, it might be better. And then you Tenuki and you had really disasters. It's like, why I Tenuki? This is the place where you don't need to Tenuki. You need to play something. I don't know what, but something is better to play here around. Okay, this kick, sure. Doesn't really change the situation, like this exchange. Maybe now there is an option for a cut, which might, like, this is not really normal tactic for a usual game, I would say. But here, maybe we can go cut directly. What do you think about this?
So you wedge, and then I guess black would push through at h4.
Would you? I mean, if I play like this,
Then
I mean, it's already looking strange. Or you want to connect from other side. I mean, you cannot cut, so I don't think you can also play 4.
yeah, I cannot cut. I cannot yet. So I guess it has to be the connection, like you showed that.
This one, or maybe I
At
think this one. Yeah,
g5,
yeah,
and
but
then
after
maybe
this,
m3 and continue fighting.
M3 and Hane.
M3 is one to the right.
M3. Yeah, I see.
Anyway,
It looks
complicated for sure.
Yeah, it looks super dangerous. I mean, I feel like white will get a chance to cut at a
Someone's asking in the chat, why can't black cut after 5?
After 5. I see. Okay. It's just in fact, black can try, but overall, this is super painful if white will get this shape. I mean, also you need to now, if you play here, white will get this Atari, and this result is magnificent for white. And if you get plays here, white will also get this move, which also doesn't really, like, all of these exchanges anyway, white get something from our side, and feels like black made a live shape, but overall white fix all problems, and these stones is somewhere.
Yeah, the biggest problem I feel is this A stone takes too much damage, and it's still too much of a keystone to allow it to take this much damage at this point.
Also, this jump with B and C are not really in a magnificent spots because there is a cut at D right now, so it's not so easy. So I feel like A would kind of solve the position, like for a moment for white. So I would cut, because right now I feel that black has, like, it's not. It feels like black is good in this fight. That's why I would try to simplify something with the cut and try to make it easier, try to get some result.
Okay, we now have a poll in the chat. I'm curious who they are cheering for.
I will cheer for
Tanguy. I have this theory that when Tanguy is playing, there is more French people who are watching in the chat and cheering for him. So I want to get some confirmation for that.
I mean, it's a bit meaningless to cheer for Ilya. Ilya is strong anyway. I mean, he doesn't need our help that much as Tanguy in this game. So
Yeah, I see. Actually, they've been playing rather slow, I think, for the Fuseki. Usually the games are going faster, but now they entered Byoyomi, so the game pace is gonna pick up, and the game is still super complicated.
so we need to go faster. But we are like only behind 10 moves, so it's fine. So far, Tanguy is leading, but not much. We will see.
Okay, so for Ilya,
Yeah.
I feel like so far it's going according to plan.
Yeah.
This N4,
Yeah, it looks like I feel like it was also a preparation before. If he's so confident about this, and I think he also he saw this move like a day before, and I don't know. I feel like he knows something when he play. Oh, sorry, it's a different variation. When he play here, he just knows some stuff, how to play, how to punish this shape, and that's why he play a day so confident. Because there is also other moves, for example here, which is feels a bit more soft. But
yeah,
overall,
that feels loose. Like you let
yeah,
White still has L3 attach
yeah,
to sort of settle and make some shape with his stones.
yeah,
I'm
that's true.
curious though. The move he played in the game only left Tanguy one choice locally.
Yeah, only
He
this
can
one.
only Tanuki or wedge here. So what happens after the wedge?
There is also not so maybe you can also consider this one or just connection. I don't know. Well, I want to get this Atari. Don't know. Will lead to something like this. This looks like some solution for white. Have to
Yeah,
defend.
White is happy if he gets rid of those heavy stones in such a good way.
Yeah, so like some, it feels like black get Panuki here, but in general it's Samco, which if white can force black to defend and take a stone like this, it's huge success for white. So right now you need to attack whole group as just for black you need to attack whole group. Maybe like this, but looks like it's not so easy. So that's why he's just going from upstairs, like from up, and this way. It's also one choice, and basically white connected under, but black also blocked.
Yeah, this
Blocked
feels
everything.
like a reasonable compromise.
Yeah,
Black gets a nice shape towards the center, kind of takes control of that area. The trade-off is white. White's really happy to because he makes a base also for the other group on the to the left, like for H3,
yeah,
H5.
for this group.
So I'm okay with white here. So far it feels not bad.
I feel like maybe it would be better to play here. How about this one? It looks really not. It looks super direct. But from this point, if you get this result, I'm happy as black. I
Yeah.
feel like, or maybe even this one. I'm like 3 looks even better. I mean, I'm happy if I get 1 for 2. And also, I don't see how you can really play other move. So one, maybe this one. But anyway, if you go like this and cut white into 2 groups, this group looks like a heavy one, and this one you don't want to sacrifice. So in general, yeah.
Someone says in the chat that the bots recommend playing
K3.
K3. That
Yeah, it
that
also
makes
makes
sense
sense.
actually.
In general,
This is
idea
what
is
I like
same.
about the bot moves, man. Always after you see it, you're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where. Um,
Well, idea is kind of same. I mean, I think this one is also okay. In general,
but
I
that
don't.
one is much tighter, right? It's
Yeah.
threatening H2, and also like if you play here, then white is for sure
I
going to
know.
Tenuki, right? Because
Are you going to Tenuki for this?
I think
I
white
mean,
has to Tenuki. There's no way white can move these stones right now.
like this. I mean, yeah, maybe you can go for this, but I would be still happy as black to play here. This is the point. And with this, it feels like it's the best move, but also it has a lot of room for white to choose to what to do. I mean, it's clear. After this move, the fight would be so difficult. Like, I'm pretty sure this way it's a bit direct, but after this move, it's easier to control the fight because there is some certain group you can sacrifice something, you could go for some exchange, but when it go like this, oh, would be super difficult, I feel. But yeah.
Well, anyway, back to the real game. The fight kind of settled on the bottom side, and it moved.
Yeah, and they
They
also started to
directly
play
moved
faster.
to the bottom left corner.
This one. This is looks dangerous from my perspective.
D3.
Yeah, I feel like you have some problem here, so I don't know how big is the
What
problem, but
about this? Yeah, I mean,
check.
I see what you mean. C3 looks
How about this? Looks like a shape move. Don't know.
to me as well. I was just thinking the same because I'm not sure what to do after B6. When black
Yeah,
extends, then white is in a bit of trouble, right?
here.
I mean,
Here.
with the move he played in the
Yeah,
game instead of one.
yeah. I also don't know. I feel like it's some. Yeah, after this, what you'll do? Some cut. Looks like some disaster result already. I mean, you want to have. You don't want. You want to cut this group, and you want to kill whole group. You don't want to kill few stones. You want to capture this group like this. I mean, this is ideal world where you give up a corner, taking this group like this, and you're happy. This is white aim. You are not taking half in this kind of situation. So I don't
Especially
see.
since he already lived on the bottom, like we mentioned earlier.
Yeah,
He got that base, and like capturing the two stones would be more interesting if
white wouldn't be alive at this
yeah, if
point.
white wasn't alive, then capturing two stones is more interesting. But like this is just a bit of points. Wait, I'll get it. I'll get rid of that notification sound. Sorry about that.
Oof. It looks like a disaster. Like if white is not going to kill right now, or this group, it's well, it's not game over, but it's close to. The situation is really bad if you are not going to kill. I don't know what they are thinking. Yeah, this is a game. So what is Tsumego here?
For black, it feels like there's two options: D2 or B2.
Yeah. This one.
Yeah, so this one theoretically works, but there are some
Yeah.
problems on the outside, right?
Yeah. It's just like that. I mean, this is pretty forced. You cannot do anything, and right now you cannot really. So even like this, black is alive. There is not really a way how you can kill it. If you try with this, it's would be same variation. So in general, it's not dieable group. Like it cannot die. You can get an extra move. For example, this you can get as a center, like this one, for example. Don't know if it's worth it because black will get 2 and now it's some minus in points. But in general, 8-2. 8-2 as a kill for now.
This is
But
B2. I think he means
yeah,
a bit later on in the game.
okay, maybe. Sure. After B1. This one. But it leads to kind of same variation, I feel.
That's interesting, actually. I've never seen this move before. It's a call?
But you can play here, no? Or you
Then
cannot.
jump with A4 dead.
It's kind of that, but this is a huge eye. I mean, this is, maybe, yeah, this is, and it's dead. But let's see, we go for a cut in center and play here. I don't think it can die. I mean, it's not possible to kill this. Even if it's dying, I think it's anyway really bad result for white. I don't see how you can handle all this. as white.
Yeah, and locally black can get a call, right? If after a2,
Yeah,
then he plays
yeah,
a3.
yeah. It's a call. Like, yeah, at least this one. This is a call, and there is, yeah, but you cannot really hope for this kill
Oh,
right
wait,
now.
wait. I see something actually. If you play a3 now, and then after
Yeah.
Atari you take at 1-1.
Huh. Yeah. This is
So
smart.
like this, it would be alive.
Yeah, same. Mm, yeah,
Same
kind of.
as what you showed before, where you cut and there is just too many cutting points.
Yeah. So the result in the game where black get everything and white get only 2 stones.
Yeah, I also feel like the result favors black because white lost his corner. He already had, like, when this fight was just starting, white had 3-4 stones there, and in the
Yeah.
end he didn't make points in the corner. But the bigger problem is what happened in the center. Black captured, made a Ponuki. The white stone at h7 looks terrible, and yeah,
Also I
it's just
feel
white's
right.
compensation is too small, right? The points on the bottom, it's not big
Yeah.
enough.
I feel like if white will try also here, black can also sacrifice 2 stones and then basically white cannot even cut anything. I mean, this is a huge wall that, yeah, there is 2 center moves, but in general it's all alive group, so it's really hard to fight against it. By the way, this is a minus. I don't know why he's playing this.
It's because white answered at d6 here.
I see. It's interesting. Okay, so how you will... Maybe it's better just to leave like this. This is should be alive.
But the movie played in the game lives in center.
Mm,
I mean, yeah, if white connects, then
there is
you
nothing.
you don't even need 2 for 3. You just Tenuki.
I'm thinking if you can do something about this, or it's just 100% alive. Yeah, if you can live, that's great. Yeah, you don't need. If you don't need to play, it's a really good way to live. Feels like after all of this on the right, white is trying to kind of make game complicated, but you see black is also responding pretty calm. I understand also black. Black just, it's acceptable for black to get this area, kind of enclose it. This way you are also enclose the right side, which makes a lot of territory. And white also can enclose Moya from their perspective, but in general, I'm pretty sure that stone at A at some point will leave. Or there's too many Agi, you cannot enclose all points. But even though white Moy is probably a bit bigger, in general, I don't think it's that promising for white to continue like this.
There's also that big move left over at 03, worth like I don't know, 15 points at least by itself.
Yeah, but 15 points is pretty small right now.
Yeah, no, I mean for later, of course.
I mean, you know, C17 I think worth way more than 15 points just to live there somehow. Yeah, or like this. I like this sequence a lot. I showed it before, somewhere like this. Some crazy stuff, or just live, even to live like this. I feel something jump, try to live inside, still big enough. Oh, he played it. He's good. I think I showed
He's
him
learning.
I think I showed him last stream or something like this. Yeah, he learns this. This is, in fact, this I also studied this. I won a lot of games because of this trick stuff. In fact, correct move is here. That Lila says. So overall, this one is bad. This one. It looks supernatural, and I think each opponent so far played like this, like here. I never like, it was always this one, and after this continuation, usually it's not good because you can cut here, and after this cut, all shapes are kind of not working well. I mean, black is usually taking the corner in this kind of situation. I mean,
see.
something like this, and this would be some kind of a result. Yeah. And I feel like as for black, you are super happy to get it.
Good to know. I'll remember that for our game.
Yeah. I will just invent something new, or will try to get something new, you know. This is a lot of, like, when you're playing, I also didn't expect, I just play some random moves and then review it, and suddenly I get some interesting things. Same variation of D13 and D12. So, this one. Okay, this one is already not so easy. I mean, I know that this one is the correct move, but then AI shows some stuff which it's not really possible to show.
Okay, wait, I have it. White
Huh?
descends at B12 now.
Yeah, maybe, but you know, I told you this is not easy. I'm pretty sure this is the first move, but later there was a bunch of interesting variation. Let's say interesting, which I cannot really imagine why they are doing this stuff.
I see.
But overall, just AI says that the other are not so good. So usually you should start with this one. And yeah, but it's not so easy also to find. It's not a human move, you know, go in some cross cuts and stuff. Usually it's not normal. But right now I think black is happy. If black can live with all, then it should be okay.
Oh, A9, B9 is tricky, right? It's sent against the corner.
Yeah, it's just a cool move. Maybe black should try to play something here. Don't know. Maybe this move. Something, you know, to maybe give up top stones and try to capture these three. I don't know which one is better, or maybe go for this kind of exchange. Yeah. To be honest, don't know if it's a good exchange or not, to give up a corner and try to capture these two stones. It's not so easy. It's also not so easy to capture them. Even after 5, there is this move. So maybe this push is just not the best one. Don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I feel
have
like
to
when
play better.
Ilya extended there, he didn't expect white B9. That's definitely a nice move.
Yeah.
I think Ilya was thinking white answers and black's gonna poke his head out with this one.
Also, I think when Ilya played this variation, he didn't expect that white will. I think usually expect this one. This is a normal move, and at this point here, I feel like it was also unexpected because it's going for a kill all. So maybe right now this tactic maybe it's not really working. You know, usually it's a Joseki from an even board, but right now there's a bunch of white of stones, so it's not that easy.
Oh, okay. Actually, our poll ended, and as suspected, Tanguy won. It's 60-40 in favor of Tanguy.
Yeah.
So let's see. He played a nice move with B9, and that means he gets to play first. This G14, he gets to play first, and now black is sort of sealed inside.
There is some magic.
That's feeling pretty nice for.
Yeah, but if black will leave, I mean, it's still very good, like good game for black. Anyway, so just need to make twice. Yeah, after this move, he's for sure aiming here, like to connect. Yeah, this connection at A looks simple, but in general, I mean,
I'm thinking in retrospective.
And play here, maybe this one. Don't know, maybe connection is better. Don't want to give up this stone so easily, like.
Yeah.
This
I mean,
blocking.
that's already real damage which black took.
Yeah.
If
So
to
it's
live
better.
here.
It's better to play like this, I guess. But this is also not so. Maybe you cannot, or you can hard to judge. Yeah, you can still cut, so it's fine. So in general, d15 is a center and force white to capture, and after black can just crawl inside huge white territory. So this is the point, and I even guess the sequence in the game. And I feel like maybe white could go for something more interesting, try to do something against this A.
Do you
But I don't
think
know.
maybe g14 was better at g13?
I think maybe g13, this one.
Yeah.
But it's same. It's kind of working super direct. I'm not sure. Maybe this group is not alive. In fact, this is also one interesting question. I mean, if white will take the stone, suddenly it's not so easy to leave. It's still one eye. Oh, maybe it will leave like this. Looks like should manage to build twice, but still tricky.
But anyway,
Yeah,
it shouldn't be worse than the game move for white.
yeah, for sure. But this is some kind of all-in sequence.
And
And
b14.
how about we defend here?
b14 was better at b13, almost for sure, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is for sure better. I mean,
Because
also
I mean, we know that in the game black got to Atari those two stones, but it's
yeah,
like you're trying to get one more point, but you left that little bit of Aji, and that might be the reason why black could make life.
that's true. Also, maybe it would be even better to play here, just to eliminate Olaji.
Yeah, that too. To take
If
away
you're
black d10 center.
in general, if you are going for this kind of sequence where you just letting black in your territory, probably are going to kill. I don't see a variation where white is letting black inside, black is leaving, and white is winning. There is no. It's not a real not a real scenario for this game. I feel if you are giving up this kind of panuki, you should go for a kill already. There is not so much not much area where you can also build points. So I think compromise would be to play ko here. It's a huge ko. Don't know if it's really worth it. Maybe like this you can start a ko. How about this? This is some compromise where you can get
it's like you said. Even with the ko, it feels like black is going to live here. There is no way you win this ko and kill black.
Yeah, sure. But you can get two moves. You know, you can let's say 3-4. You can get two moves like this, and now it's still a game. This is what I mean.
Yeah, I agree. It was probably better. I think he was still hoping that he can kill black even at this point after black captures one stone. But D13 exposed why earlier B14 was a bad move, right? D13 is a very subtle move from Ilya, but actually it's just alive after that, right?
Yeah, and overall, I don't think if there would be other move. For example, if white will play here or whatever, I don't think that still you can kill. I think if you play the same, it's kind of same result. And you need to play here, or yeah, okay, let's say you need to play this one. We play this one, which is okay, and then black can build eye on the top also. Like now you have to connect because the group is kind of in danger, and black can suddenly build eye on the top. So I don't think there was a real chance to kill in any case. But with that bad shape, it was in a game. Yeah. Right now, basically, white gets center, but there is still possibility to destroy all sides. This was main difference, I feel.
Yeah, and we can sum this up with one simple word: disaster.
Yeah.
I mean, white only got second line points, and it's not even points because black can break with that double Atari, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall the attack was looking promising for a moment, but Ilya settled the group perfectly, and
Yeah.
now it's really hard for white. Like now,
There's no real chance, I feel. If you count points, just for a moment, this site is huge. Like this black site is so big. Probably it's bigger than all white points. And yeah, I don't know what to do in this kind of situation.
yeah, plus
I-
2 corners, and even that almost
Yeah,
that group which almost died in the end,
it's
it's
still
making like
5.
5 points at least.
Yeah. And white has like, I don't know, 20 points on the bottom, let's say 20, optimistic, 15 points on the left, because there is still a cut, and something on the top. And I don't know, it's for sure not enough. And also, Ilya understands he give up a corner just to destroy all influence and to make a game simpler. Like he's just giving up additional maybe 10 points, and overall, maybe he will not get to enclose like this, but I'm pretty sure he will enclose at least like this, get additional points for himself. And I feel like we will, like this game will end probably in like 20 or 30 moves.
Oh, Ilya is getting some very high praise. Someone said in the chat, Ilya play he reminds me of Lisedol. Grab point and then settle big group.
Well,
I'm sure he'll be very happy to hear he's compared with Lisedol. I mean, I will give him that. He's definitely, let's say, one of the most consistent fighting style players in Europe. He's known for his fighting style for so long, and I think maybe the most notable thing is that you don't get many second chances with him. So in this game, he got that significant lead. That group lived. I doubt we're gonna see a real chance for Tanguy if Ilya is playing solidly like this.
yeah, and each fight we are like each time Tanguy is trying to get something. It looks like promising, but in the end, anyway, Tanguy gets a worse result, and it's going worse, worse, and now it's basically game over. I feel. Yeah, like right now there is no need also to kill. For example, you can think how to kill the corner. I don't know if it's possible. Maybe it's not possible, but just now it's just enough to play endgame from all sides, and yeah. There is no basically, I feel, a chance for white to really come back somehow.
Yeah, so white took that upper right, but as you mentioned, Ilya is not focused on that
Yeah,
corner. He's totally fine with that. And now
white is trying to live
it looks
inside,
like, yeah, white is hoping he can manage some life here.
but I feel like
Um,
it's also not necessary for black to kill. But as far as his first game, I think he wants to just destroy white, just to feel more confidence in the next games. This is a tactic. I mean, it's absolutely not necessary. You can play whatever at this point. You're leading by, I guess if you just defend like this, you're leading by more than 20. So maybe even, I'm not sure. It's like for sure more than 20. And it's for sure enough. But if you are killing your opponent, you are showing some signs that it wouldn't be easy for him to come
what
back.
you mean? Ilya is so strong, he's already winning the next game. He's already
Yeah,
done winning. Nah,
he's
nah, dude. We say game over way too often. Like we say game over each game, and we're only right like half of the time.
but this is I don't see hope in this. You know, I know that they're playing, they're
I
trying like
think,
Tongi,
look, if White lives here,
but
I think
can you
White could win. But the chances of living are, yeah, I admit the chances of living are less than 5%.
yeah, way less. Like you remember yesterday we had a game where Pavel was trying to leave and I said there's 20. Here is way less. One. There is
One
still some.
percent you give it?
Yeah,
So
probably.
generous of you.
I mean 1%. There's still probably of electrical issues, you know, misclicks and stuff. This is I will. But in general,
Okay.
it's not possible. Like like there is two moves and both of them are Miai. It's really hard to like. I don't believe that Ilya will not play here, for example, or it's vice versa, for example, like this. And there is also no way you can build second eye in center.
I
So
think
yeah,
I would like to go back a bit to. Oh, the game just finished actually, but I wanted to
yeah,
look a bit more at that group on the upper left because I feel that's where Tanguy had the real chance.
like
After
here.
after he got Sente with B9.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Uh,
got a $50 donation from Neo Tenchi. $50. He says thank you for this great and important project. Feels great to hear that. Thank you very much for the donation. It's super appreciated.
yeah,
Um, Thank you very much.
yeah.
And
It's
yeah, getting back to this area here.
maybe this was the shape I feel because anyway, this movie is center, so you should
I don't know
extend
how
this.
centered this move is. I mean, Black doesn't
No, no,
really
it's
wanna play there.
yeah, but it's in worst case, it's in the game. It was center, and White just didn't give up 2 stones. So you can get this 2 4 3. So I mean, this is what Black is aiming. Black will not play, of course, 2 4 and 6. This is super bad exchanges, but this way you are pushing maybe a bit further with White. Like you are also building top side. You don't need to kill it immediately, but this way you just put more pressure on Black because there is now this move is not really that like hurts White that much. White can really ignore it right now because there is nothing. So I feel like this would really a crucial moment because just and it's not also so easy for Black to go out. Even if Black can, I feel like Black will struggle a bit. Maybe without these all exchanges, even like this. Even Black, I think White can block. So I still feel that Black will find the sequence how to live, but a bit suffer from
More suffering than the
yeah
game
more
because in the
suffering.
game
Yeah,
he got off kind of easy here.
yeah. It was he just destroyed top side, he destroyed left side, he built 5 points, and White get nothing. I think it was like game over.
So
If
can
White,
you show maybe a bit the sequence in the game? Let's see if we can find some other. After
like this
the
one,
Kosumi is probably not too bad, honestly. And then he blocks, which should also be fine.
maybe here, no, Tiger Mouse, I guess, also an option. Now there is no Senti here. But it's already a bit, the shape is a bit worse than in previous variation. I think he totally, like Tanguy totally missed this move. He didn't even, maybe he didn't consider that Black is aiming on it. And he thought that Black is just trying to build 2 eyes with getting some additional center moves.
Don't you think if he managed to push at D13 at some point, he could, like, even after he connects in the game and then Black plays D15?
Wait, let's check this.
And
Yeah,
then how
you
about
want to push,
pushing now?
but what is the difference? You
Now you
answer?
take at A10.
And you want to kill this?
I want to kill this.
You want? I see your point. You want to get this one.
I don't need that one. I can play on the top.
Yeah, I know,
How
but
about
you want to
H?
destroy. I want to destroy an eye here. I mean, this is. I'm pretty sure that you was aiming here.
Yeah,
Like
but
this
even
is.
even if you don't play, Black can't even make one eye in center here, right? Oh, he can make
Yeah.
one eye in center. Or
He can't. No, he can't. How?
well,
Um.
with
I mean,
F13.
F13. This. This is center.
And then he. I
Like
mean,
this.
okay,
Yeah.
but anyway, the point
He
is
answered.
there was more to this story. Like
Yeah.
missing D13 was really crucial for
Yeah.
Tanguy
But
because
it's
that's
not
where
only.
the attack was lost. And that's
But
why
I
it's
think.
so dangerous to try to kill groups because it only takes one mistake, your opponent's alive, and then you're done for.
Even like this, it's not so easy. I mean, if you Tiger Mouse, there is nothing, no danger with A. I mean, right now, there is no danger at all. You can just kill it.
Hmm.
So probably black will suffer after this. I mean, black can play here. Yeah, I guess it's center. Yeah, it's center. You cannot push out, so you need to probably take. And I feel like black will still manage to build twice, for example, like this, but this is already struggling. Like here, probably it's already twice, but it's not really.
We can
Black
compare how much white gets on the top now compared to the
Yeah.
game. The difference is
Yeah,
huge.
it's huge. And also, yeah, white didn't get left side in this variation, but in the game, white also didn't get left side. So, yeah, it would be something like this, I guess. Yeah. And this looks like a reasonable game. Like white get really solid shape, a lot of cash, and probably game looks maybe now even I would prefer white. This side is on the top is really big, and also center.
All right.
So yeah.
So this was game one. Tanguy didn't manage. We're gonna be back for game two after a break, where he will get another shot at Ilya. I want to remind you guys, if you want to support our league, you can do so under the stream by subbing to us on Patreon or on Twitch. You can also make a donation. Thank you very much to Neo Tenchi, who made a $50 donation just a bit earlier. And yeah, we're gonna go on break and be back for game two in a bit. Don't go away.